My name is Kate Flora, and I am a recovering attorney, like many others in the writing world, and I write in many corners of the big mystery tent.
I'm Judy Kopec. I'm going to publish my 5th book.
I'm Hans Kopec. I was dragged into the affair by her. The first conference I attended, I was just a book carrier.
I'm Frankie Y. Bailey. I'm a criminal justice professor at the University at Albany. I write nonfiction about crime, mass media, popular culture, and crime history.
My favorite way of killing people is, I know a lot of people like poison, but I love nitrogen gas. They just kind of quietly go to sleep. And nitrogen gas is kind of readily available, so watch out.
Regional conferences that are small and personal are really the best kind of conferences for people to connect. And so as soon as I said we need this, the president of Sisters in Crime and the president of MWA, who were both at the meeting, sort of stood up and said, we will do it. And that's how the Crime Bake was born.
We do not want to expand to 1,000 people conferences. There are plenty of those.
We keep the attendance relatively small at about 300, so you can really talk to people. You can really get to know each other.
It brings together mystery writers and editors and agents and publishers.
I like smaller conventions because then I have a chance to actually really talk to people, and that's really important in the relationship between editor and author.
And we're all helping each other, and it's really an amazingly generous and supportive community.
We welcome readers and writers of crime fiction of all different tastes, cultures, etc.
Crime Bake is fantastic for finding authors.
There are the newbies. First time at a Crime Bake, they want to write, or they've just started writing, or they're there to meet their favorite writer, and they're kind of all a titter.
Out of all the conferences I've been to, it's the most focused on the writer and the author instead of just being a general mystery conference.
As an editor, I do get to meet people who are early in their process, and I can possibly help them and guide them for aspiring writers.
We tell them that agents are not evil, they're not dangerous, they're not there to bite you. They're there because they want good books, and you're a writer.
There have been a lot of careers launched at Crime Bake. Some of them have been launched at the bar, sidling up to an agent and just saying, hey, can I tell you about my book?
If your story's interesting enough and you don't seem crazy, then you have a good chance of that agent or editor reading your material, which is exactly what you want.
Even hearing from agents and editors about how they go about selecting books, which is insider information that not all readers are going to have.
If you're smart about this, you can really learn how to get published and how to succeed as a writer.
I've published a number of authors that are in the New England area, and I find the quality of writing really fantastic.
They realize they can't breathe, they can't move, and they die slowly and horribly.
Like something seemed like an accident, or it seemed like there was a rational explanation for it, and it turns out that's not what it was.
If you're trying to kill someone in a very unpleasant way, Pavulon is the way.
There's tremendous value to an author, whether they just have an idea for a manuscript or whether they are already established author, traditionally published with a backlist. Crime Bake offers workshops, panels, expert sessions.
There's a session usually on a Saturday afternoon where we have a lawyer, a policeman.
We've had the poison lady, and we've had Puzzle, the detective.
The cadaver dog. Now I have to rewrite my book.
You can actually get masterclass from these amazing authors like Anne Cleves and Walter Mosley.
Learn how to create suspense better, or how to create deeper and more credible characters.
Yeah, a few years ago, I was guest of honor at Crime Bake, and it was a hell of a lot of fun.
Our guests of honor were local people for the first few years, and now, they're internationally known authors.
presenting a master class, for example, which is what I did, in which I tried to distill some of the most important things that I had figured out for myself to teach other people. So this is my way of teaching other writers, of passing it along.
So there's the Lifetime Achievement Award, which I was lucky enough to receive one year, and they gave me a tiara, which I should have worn today.
These are my colleagues. These are my peeps.
It could be an accident. It could be, just a natural death. Surprise, it's arsenic.
Slowly damage someone's organs and eventually kill them.
I've killed so many people. I have 22 or 23 books now, and so I've killed an awful lot of people.
Officially, it's a 3-day writers' conference that happens once a year in November. And then this year, things have changed.
COVID has really affected writers who are bringing books out now because there's no more tour. Everything is done virtually, everything is done online.
We're still a community, and we still have terrific leaders who believe in this community.
I'm convinced that we will take the lessons of COVID to the post-COVID world.
It's a very well-run conference, well-oiled, and even though the people on the top may change in and out, it still has a continuity to it. So I know what to expect when I get there. I know that I'm going to work hard. I'm going to talk to a lot of people. We're going to be at the bar later on to soothe our throats with some cool drinks.
And so we've taken our 3-day Love Fest and we've condensed it down to 2 hours. But we're going to have those pieces that make our conference, our wonderful little premier writers conference, what it is. And, I think the 2020 Crime Bake, although it's going to be different, I think it's going to be really good.
New England Crime Bake.